Well, Jason Pursley is here at one of his favorite racetracks and ready to go on his prelim night for the KKM Giveback Classic. And Jason, any added pressure in a KKM car here at the KKM Giveback just because?
I try not to think about it, but there definitely has to be a little bit of pressure. I mean, anytime Keith steps foot on the wrench on any kind of car, you know it's going to be fast, and it's just up to kind of the driver to do his job. And going on Friday, I didn't know what to expect, but we got a good glance at the track last night, and luckily Keith has a couple more cars, and he was able to lock in one yesterday. So Gavin did a really good job, and like I said, Keith's cars are really, really good. So make sure I do my job tonight, and hopefully we're up front.
How pumped were you when you found out this race was coming to Port City?
I really like Millbridge and how the micro stuff was going on at Millbridge, but there's nothing like coming back to your home track and entering a micro that you're used to. So it's pretty cool for it to be at Port City. I know there's a lot of Oklahoma talent, and I'm glad they get to showcase it here this weekend.
Has it kind of surprised you how quick this KKM micro program has been out of the gate? It was just about a year ago you guys made your debut, picked up your first win together, and this year you've really ran some really good races and picked up some big wins.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I feel like Keith, anything he touches, he's really good at, and like I said, the cars are going to be really fast. So I knew it was going to be pretty quick. His cars are going to be up front and racing for wins everywhere we go, and that's what we're able to do this year. And hopefully we're able to click off a few wins here later in the season and showcase how good his cars really are.
Good luck this weekend.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Well, Dominik Gordon coming into your first micro appearance here at Port City Raceway, and after your debut with the Power I Midgets last week here at Port City, what can you tell us about how you're feeling tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good. Hopefully we can put together a good qualifying lap, and this track is tricky, so see what we can do tonight.
You've been having a pretty good year in the micro out back home in California. Do you feel like you can translate that success into the Midwest?
I think so. We just saw Cannon do it. Bochelle ain't from here either. He did pretty good. Well, I can't say pretty good. He did really good. Yeah, I think we can do it.
Talk a little bit about this 10J chassis.
They're honestly the best out there. I truly think that these are some of the best chassis you could buy right now.
All right, how are you feeling tonight? Do you feel like there's one certain thing you need to do outside of the qualifying lap that you mentioned to set yourself up in a good spot for tomorrow night?
Fast cars, pretty much.
Well, good luck, Dominik.
Thank you.
Well, Jake Rosario is standing by his car number 92, getting ready to go. Jake, your expectations for your prelim night?
Honestly, I'll be happy to make the A and have a good run, maybe top 5 finish, hopefully. A lot of fast cars here, so hopefully we can be competitive at the end of the night and see what we can do.
With all the competition here and everything that's at stake with this event, is this event intimidating to even a veteran driver like yourself?
Not intimidating. It'd be a lot of fun. There's a lot of young kids with a lot of competition here, a lot of fast cars and stuff, so it makes it a lot of fun when you can get up there and kind of slice and dice with all the young kids and all the fast cars. So not intimidating, but a lot of fun.
Do you know yet if you'd take the ride or the money? Have you decided?
Yeah, I'd take the money all day.
Really? Have you ever ran Chili Bowl before?
Yeah, I've ran 3 or 4 Chili Bowls, and obviously not in the Keith Coons midget, but I think for my family and for us, the money would mean a lot more to us. So.
All righty, Jake, great catching up with you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Jake Rosario, number 92. Well, a native of Indiana coming down to the Sooner State this weekend to compete at the KKM Giveback Classic, Adam Barth. What are you feeling going into your prelim night here?
I'm excited. It's I've only been here once, since probably been 5-6 years ago when we ran wing, so first time running non-wing here, and it's a cool event, and just happy to come out and support it and get some more big shows in this year.
Going up to look at the racetrack and then being in the car Wednesday night on practice, do you feel like the track's changed at all since the last time you were here?
Honestly, I haven't been on it yet. I didn't practice Wednesday, so it's definitely different than when we were here, several years ago. So banking's progressed, it looks like, a little bit, and the racing I seen last night has provided a lot of good racing. So looking forward to it. Looks like a lot of fun to run.
This, of course, being a non-wing race, where you're from, Indiana, when it comes to micros, is really kind of non-wing country. So do you think this being a non-wing race is going to suit you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Non-wing's always been, Indiana's strong point, I feel like. So I feel like there's a lot of good racers back there we run against every week, and there's a lot of good racers here. So I think it's going to be a good race, and, I feel like I have a little more confidence going into it than I do wing racing. So.
Well, great to have you here, Adam. Best of luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Well, a former Power I West Midget champion, Alex Sewell, coming down to Tulsa this week. I shouldn't say coming down. You're here. You live here in Oklahoma. But, Alex, first off, what's it mean to you to be able to compete in the KKM Giveback Classic?
Well, it's pretty cool. get to driving for a couple of friends of mine, Michael and Brody Brown. It's really cool to be able to come down here to Port City and compete at what I used to call my home track, and we'll see how we can do.
We've kind of seemed to know you more as a midget guy the last couple of years. Jumping back into micros, do you feel comfortable in micros these days?
Yeah, I mean, it so much has changed since, the last time I drove a micro, but, it still has 4 wheels and shocks, so we'll see how it goes.
Compare and contrast Port City Raceway midgets versus micros.
It definitely a really tight midget track. It's not really the Port City that I remember running 10 years ago, but last night kind of reminded me of a little bit better. So we'll see. I don't know. It seemed to be only on the cushion last night where the fast guys were at, but hopefully it's about 2 lanes tonight.
Well, Alex, great to see you in a micro here in this number 15 car. Best of luck to you tonight.
Yep, thank you.
That's Alex Sewell. Well, the youngster Brody McLaughlin is ready for his shot at the KKM Giveback Classic. And Brody, first off, how do you approach a race like this with so much on the line, either the money or the ride? How do you approach a race like this?
I just try to stay calm, and everything will work out, and just hopefully just make it to the feature and see what goes from there.
You're a young driver. Do you think this is more or maybe even less stressful for younger drivers like yourself?
I mean, it's pretty stressful, don't get me wrong, but I just got to look into it like it's just every other race.
Talk a little bit about your season and how it's gone so far. Are you satisfied with where you're at?
I mean, we've had our ups and downs. We've just been trying to figure stuff out, get the cars rolling. I mean, we're getting closer and closer each and every weekend.
Well, Brody, thanks so much for catching up with us. Can't wait to see what you can do tonight, man.
Thank you.
That's Brody McLaughlin.